Hi everyone, it's me. So, politics. At the time of filming, we are just about to have a UK general election. So by the time you watch this, it may be in progress, might have already happened. Either way, I hope your guy won. My name is Alanna and I'm a Canadian, but I have been living here in the UK for the last 8 years. My whole channel is about like British culture, what it's like living here, and with the general election coming up, obviously that's a big event and I wanted to do something, but I don't want to talk about politics. I think that is a very serious and important topic that some other YouTube channel can cover, but not this one. So then I thought, what about whether you are conservative or liberal or one of the other ones, we could come together, have a seat, put your feet up, and have a laugh together at some of these more embarrassing moments in British politics. Out of context moments, cringeworthy moments, funny moments in British politics. I felt like that could be something we could do together. So without further ado, let's go. Oh, starting off strong. First off, totally forgot Theresa May was a thing. We're watching the British politicians' funny and awkward moments. What a great clip to start out on. Oh, is this the milkshake? The milkshake incident. God, that feels like a million years ago. It's not funny to milkshake anyone. It's not funny to throw anything on anyone. But if you were gonna throw something onto someone, I feel like a milkshake is one of the more humiliating things to throw, because that's not coming out. It's gonna stink. It's gonna get like cloddy and curdle. It's not funny to throw anything on anyone. But a milkshake. Oh my God, that poor child. That feels like such a Boris thing to do. Just absolutely bulldoze a small child.
Fantastic.
Have you ever ridden one of these?
No, I never have.
Oh, this isn't a good idea.
Not since I was a
The
child.
chances of staying upright are pretty
Not
slim.
since I was a child at Knock-a-Lazoot or somewhere like that. Are we insured for this, old man?
I wouldn't have thought so.
No, I wouldn't worry about that.
But
Christ, it looks a bit...
I thought in the safer cycling initiative
no.
we didn't need.
There's a reason why no other politicians would do this, because it's going to end in disaster. And I mean, fair play for Boris, seemingly will do anything no matter how high the probability of disaster is. Oh! With that, I don't know about you if you have a particular favorite cringeworthy or embarrassing moment in British politics. For me, the one that just came to mind, and I hope it comes up in one of these compilations, is when Boris was on the wires. I don't know what it was for. He was on the wires like this, like hanging from something, and he had the two little flags, and he was like coming in, and he got stuck, and he was just kind of like hanging there with the two little flags. You remember that? I don't know why that even took place. Again, I don't know why he agreed to it, but that's probably one of my favorite moments. That and the Liz Truss versus the head of lettuce. I hope that comes up as well. If you have a favorite one, leave a comment down below. This obviously can't end well.
Need to be insured. You can go first, otherwise you're going to kick me in the
watch out,
face.
watch out. Stand clear. Ooh, Christ,
Oh, he's not going to be able to get over.
Oh,
There
crikey
you go.
Moses.
We'll put that back.
I don't know what that is. No,
That's the camera. It's all right. I just kick the camera. You go.
Okay,
Ready,
good.
steady, go.
Oh, Christ, it's Dave.
Oh, I remember this. Oh, I totally forgot that existed. And I kind of wish that I never remembered. That's the most replayed one too. Let's just have one more look. Ugh. I have a thing called secondhand embarrassment. So when I see someone do something that is embarrassing or cringeworthy or whatever, I feel embarrassed on their behalf. And something like this, I remember when this was happening on TV or whatever, kills me. This is something that I would think about for the rest of my life. Let's have a scoot forward. All of these compilations will be in the video description. Please go check them out. This video won't exist without their original content, so a huge thank you to everyone who made these compilations. Let's watch just a little bit more.
I did take the precaution of asking my right honourable friend to bring a packet of cough sweets, just in case.
I don't get it. I must have missed this one.
What's the naughtiest thing you ever did?
Oh, goodness me. Well, I suppose the... gosh, do you know, I'm not quite sure.
Well, there must have been a moment.
Nobody's ever perfectly behaved, are they? I mean,
what a question.
I confess, when me and my friends sort of used to run through the fields of wheat, the farmers weren't too pleased about that.
Oh, I remember this one too. Woo! Woo! All right, wow, you know what? I can take the piss all that I want, right? I could never be a politician. Could never be a politician. But I feel like if you are going into politics, you have to have some level of charisma. I know it's not like vital to technically doing the job, but actually it kind of is. You need to have just like a little bit of charisma. Does Theresa May have charisma? You decide. How about some British politics out of context? Haven't seen her in a while.
If you live in or around Blythe, you're going to want to hear this. We're giving your town...
Does Barack Obama think you're cool?
I've no idea.
God, I forgot about him too. I doubt it. I mean, fair.
Mr. Speaker, I lose my virginity this morning.
Steady. Too much information. Too much information.
I will say this. Most people who watch these videos are British. Hi, how's it going? Hope you're doing well. I'm obviously not. The voice probably gave it away. Every country has their own political embarrassing moments, their own political dramas. Canada is not immune to that, although perhaps maybe not as exciting as our neighbor to the south. Usually gets a lot of international coverage, but Canada has its own thing. What I will say is all of the clips that I see of here, I'm assuming this is the House of Commons. Real sorry if that's not the case. There's so many clips of British House of Commons sessions that get totally rambunctious. People are screaming and swearing and shouting, and it's like very theatrical, which Canada has a House of Commons. I've never seen it like that before. You can obviously watch clips online. You can watch it on TV. It's particularly boring, like real boring. So I don't know how such a big difference came about. But yeah, Canada House of Commons, boring. British House of Commons, you might hear someone screaming, shouting, causing a ruckus. You never really know.
My buttocks are smooth. My mind is clear. Vote UKIP.
I'm sorry, what? We need a little most replayed. We need another replay on that.
My buttocks are smooth. My mind is clear. Vote UKIP.
My buttocks is smooth. My mind is clear. Vote UKIP. Is UKIP still a thing? Or did that kind of like fizzle out?
It'd also be helpful if people knew that grey squirrels are extremely good to eat.
Would the Minister be able to say how those charities could be further supported?
Oh, politicians shouldn't dance. I'm sorry. Have a... Every time I think of him, so he was or is still a presenter now on GB News. I'm not sure if that's still a thing happening, but I know he was. Fun fact, GB News actually stole one of my videos and pretended it was an article. Like they kind of turned it into an article. It kind of made it sound like they interviewed me. They did not. They also didn't ask me. They just took my video and reformatted it into a news article. Last time I checked, that's not journalism, but what do I know? I was just a journalist in Canada. So whenever I see him, I always think of GB News, and then I always think about how they stole my video. And actually, fun fact, Mail Online did the same thing, a different video, again, turned it into an article, pretending like it was an interview. It wasn't. They just took everything from my video. But the fun fact with Mail Online is they spelled my name wrong. Love it.
I know. We've got to do something about them, don't we?
You're moving the goalposts on all fronts.
No, that's not right at all. The badgers have moved the goalposts. You're dealing with a wild animal.
The badgers have moved in the goalpost.
Boobies.
Yeah. What? He's got boobies. It's on. They're muscles.
So that businesses, universities, parents and young people in Devon.
She's gonna need a new cast. This is what I mean. There's so much theatrical.
areas.
I found something on the web for in Syria. Syrian Democratic Forces supported by premonition.
What a very rum business that is.
Now, when I moved to the UK, that was end of 2015, and I believe it was 2016 that we had the Brexit vote referendum. Remember that? And I was working at a college, and I remember the teachers. I didn't really understand. I understood surface level, but I didn't really understand the intricacies of what this vote and this referendum meant. And I remember a lot of my colleagues, a lot of teachers, professors, administrative people were all basically like, it's not going to happen. Like, this is ridiculous. There's just no way. And I remember watching on TV and then going to bed and then waking up the next day. And it was like, oh, no, this really did happen. And I'm sure everybody has an opinion one way or the other, but it was just, I remember a very big British cultural, historical event that I lived through very early on in my time here. And since then, we've seen politicians come and go. And one that I would like to maybe put just the tiniest little bit of a spotlight on, if you don't mind, is Liz Truss. Okay, this whole situation was deeply funny. Not actually funny. It was kind of one of those situations where if you didn't laugh, you'd cry. This is like the direction of the country being led by this person who just seems like in no world should this have happened.
We have never had it so good.
This is so awkward.
Conference rebelled. I saw them having wasted. We are growing wheat more competitively.
First off, this face, something about this face is very funny. Is this the speech where she talked about cheese? She's like, British cheese. I don't remember the rest of it.
The Canadian prairies.
We Liberal Democrats believe in opportunity for all. We coordinated international allies.
She's been in politics Ukraine. A long time, eh?
To call out Russia.
And we are selling tea to China.
The facial expressions are really strange.
Yorkshire tea.
Well, there haven't been as many starter homes as we would have liked.
How many did you build?
I don't have the exact numbers for you.
Well, it's easy to remember. It's 0. You built none.
We import 2/3 of all of our apples. We import 9/10 of all of our pears.
Pears.
We import 2/3 of our cheese. That is a disgrace.
Again, something about her facial expressions is just so something about them. Okay, just a little bit more. Not to rag on Liz Truss. She's had it enough. Although, from what I remember reading, she was prime minister long enough to get the benefits of being a prime minister for the rest of her life. So I think we can kind of take the piss just a little bit. Do you know what I mean? I think it's a little bit fair.
Pentonville last week, they've now got patrol dogs who are barking, which helps deter drones. So we're using all kinds of solutions to deal with.
Well, they are wrong.
We need to put our money where our mouth is.
The ozone layer is now getting better.
There was a lot of support for the report.
From whom?
From a number of people. I can't think of them off the top of my head.
Cornish sardines.
We gotta stop this. We could go down a rabbit hill with this. A rabbit hill? You know what I mean. And this is why I couldn't be a politician. Can't think on my feet. What about Boris gets stuck on a zip wire? Hey! I don't know why this, again, no politician would agree to this because they know the probability of disaster is very high. And Boris is like, yeah, whatever, I'll do it. Which on one hand, respect. But on the other hand, I feel like he gets himself in such ridiculous situations, and it's his own fault, to be fair.
Can you get me a rope?
Oh, God.
Get me a rope, okay?
This is hard to watch.
Somebody going a bit faster.
And this is like a cut down version. Oh! Let's just pause on this frame for a second. You've got your prime minister stuck hanging from a zip wire with his little flags in his helmet at some sort of like fair situation, and everybody's standing down below taking photos. If this happened to me, I would change my name and I would disappear for the rest of my life. You would never see me again. Let's do just a touch more, but before we get there, ad time. Nobody sponsored this video, obviously. I don't know if anyone would want to sponsor this video, but I do have YouTube memberships. If you want to support me directly while getting exclusive content, please consider joining me there. There will be a join button on this video and all over my page. I post a bunch of exclusive perks there, including a full-length video. No worries if not. No worries, all right? I get it. But it'd be cool if you did. Just throwing that out there. Oh, God. Why does everything this man does? Do you know the show? I loved it. I haven't watched it in forever. The British comedy political show. And the insults, I remember specifically the insults were so funny. God, that's gonna drive me insane. The thick of it. This sort of ridiculous scenario feels like an episode of The Thick of It. Just less swearing and less insults.
Friends who are aristocrats, I have friends who are upper class, I have friends who are, you know, working class, but I'm not working class.
On a budget,
not working class.
We can make a meal for about 30 pence a day, and this is cooking from scratch.
How could I forget I wasn't wearing any PP?
Oh, I totally forgot about that. That was jump scare. Oh, I can't even watch any more of that. That just got total goosebumps. That man, what a toad. I remember this happening. I wish I didn't.
It's time to get the hell out of Dodge.
Got something to say about May's local elections? T-Dog's spitting bars about voter ID selection. So make sure you bring it, or you'll receive rejection.
Remaining firmly upright in the face of his wife's thirst for another.
Don't ever rap, okay? Don't ever do it. Just know that you can't do it. None of us can, all right? Don't do it. I would be so angry at my like campaign manager or even like my social media person who didn't speak up and say, hey, my guy, this is a bad idea. Oh, not another rap.
This is my first time rapping. I'm A to the S. Yes, I'm the best.
Funnily enough, it was tractors I was looking at, and so I did get into another website that had a sort of very similar name, and I watched it for a bit.
I remember this. Something about, okay, so he resigns. I make a full apology. It was not my intention to intimidate. Confirms that he is to resign. I want to say was it porn?
Which I shouldn't have done. But my
allegations to the MP was seen watching porn in the comments. I remember this.
My crime, biggest crime, is that on another occasion I went in a second time.
I was looking for a website about tractors, accidentally stumbled upon a pornographic website. My bad. But my real crime is that I went back a second time. I'll tell you what, the real crime is whatever this outfit is. He's wearing some sort of like outdoor vest thing on top of a shirt and a tie? Sir, Neil, what is that? All right, I'm gonna stop it there. I hope you guys liked this video. I hope you had fun. If you would like to watch more content right now, which would be totally awesome, why not check out this one? I did some house hunting around the UK. But as always, thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, bye!